everyone, this is Hachiri, and we are back in FTB Interactions. Now, when we left off, we were talking about getting our power system going, and that is still in process. But I thought, I haven't done a recording a little bit, been under the weather lately, and I figure why not record making some of these parts to get this stuff done. I do got most of the gardens planted at this point. And we are in a good state. Finally got all the essences and stuff together for this. So get these made. I am having to do a small bit of cleanup though over there because I almost tainted my entire junk. That would have been bad. That would have been so bad, but we're okay now. We're okay. We're getting back to the good numbers, around 50 or so. But it was a lot higher. A lot higher. All right, so that gets that for us. And yeah, let's see. How are we doing with the flux cleanup here? Doop. This dropped to 32. This chunk was at 98 beforehand. So I actually almost had a really big problem on my hands. But burning a bunch of items, we were able to get some flux to throw, or some essence to throw away. Some viz. So that's what we've been doing there. Now, the reason I'm making item collectors is apparently so I can lag out while going back to my base. Is so we can go ahead and get our farm going for soybeans. That's what I decided to go with, is soybeans. I know it's kind of like the boring go-to, but hey, it's efficient. And it's used for so many other things. It's quite versatile. Quite versatile. Because we can use it for cell parts and we can use it for fuel. And we're going to be doing the fuel part. Alright, so that's the 6 item collectors. I think I'm going to need some filters. I also am about to get 6 of the +4 range add-ons made. So let's check on that. And then we also need to get 6 of the plant interactors made. So let's take a look and see what we got to go there. We also need to get our Spectre stuff done, because we're going to need some wireless RF for a lot of this. Otherwise, I'm going to have conduits all over the place, or motors all over the place. Which would be fine, but would be really annoying. And these upgrades, the +4 upgrade, should cover the entire farm. And all it is a little bit of polyethylene, so 2 polyethylene sheets, 6 tin plates, and a good or integrated processor. If you're making polyethylene, you got the processors. That's just going to be a given at that point. Now, let's see. We need the plant interactors, I said. So, that's going to require... let's see. 6 times 2, 12 times 4, 48 gold. So there's our gold. And we're just going to bounce over here and get ourselves some gears going. Did I ever make those? I did. Good, good, good. I planned ahead. Write it down. Alright, so we need a bunch of these as well. Are you set to 8? Good. And look, I already have several of them right here waiting for me. So we're going to go ahead and make a whole bunch of these. Now, is this machine casing or hull? It's hull. Good. So we're going to need some wire. We're going to make 6 of these and then get them placed, kind of see how we can place them, because I'm kind of hoping that I can place the interactors a little bit above the ground. And the reason I'm hoping for that is because I want to actually place it on top of an apiary so that I still have the bee apiary there ticking away at the plants. We'll see if we can actually do that. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we'll see if we can. And where did I put? There it is. I was going to say, where is my plastic? And I'm going to need, see, that's 6 times 36. Grab 36 of these ingots here. We're going to make a whole bunch of hose. Don't know why my character just took off right there. Oh. No, that's right. Alright. Need... Let's grab 6 redstone. Now we just need those gears. We also, like I said, we need to look into the Spectre stuff. So while we are getting ready for that, another thing I want to check on is I want to see if I made some chests. I like to think that I did. I did. Good. I also need some, let's see, does the pyro require these? Because I gotta get that going too. Yeah, and it's a hole as well. Cool. It's also pistons, so I gotta make 6 pistons. Good to know. Did I ever make the copper nickel? I'll check the wire. So, got a bunch of stuff to make. When you click the wrong thing. Alright, so that gives me a bunch of holes for the pyro later as well. And now we just got to go and get our gears. And then basically spend forever making hose. Over and over and over. They're still extruding. We could have died by now. Alrighty then. I guess while that is extruding and taking its sweet time, let's see. Can we build the pyro right now? I'm gonna need 3 pumps. Let's see, got some motors there. Steel pipes. Okay, so we're just gonna have to get those parts going too. Can you be made? No, you need the other one, so I'm gonna have to move some of the stuff I got going on. Oh, wait. Oh, good. I just gotta move the soldering alloy. We're okay. I was worried I was gonna have to move more than that. I do need to get some sprinklers going though. And I need to get the Spectre thing going. So, let's take a look at this. Now, this is gonna require some Spectre string. That's not too bad. Looks like any type of gas for ingots and some of that. And the Spectre ingots require what? Block of gold, block of lapis, and some of that. Hey, I could do that. I just need the blocks of gold. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a cast, I think, because I think the gold block recipe requires a mold. Some of these require molds and some of these don't, so I'm not quite sure which is which, but we'll find out. Let's put this in here and nothing happens. So yeah, this one's going to require this. Alright. So that gave us 14, so we're going to want to grab 14 more of these blocks. Now, if you're wondering where I got so much lapis from, I'm in the middle of mining out a Thaumcraft dungeon, but another dungeon that I found nearby has had nothing but electrum blocks and black bronze blocks. And when I saw that, I was just like, yoink. Because later on, we're going to need a lot of the black bronze to turn it into blue bronze. And what that blue bronze will do is let us make frames necessary for some of the multi-blocks. Oh. Dear mod authors, can you please make up your mind on if it's shift or if it's just click? Alright, let's put these away for now. I don't need those on me right this instant. But I do want, let's see, is this going to be enough? That's actually one too many. And we're going to get our Spectre ingots. Now over there is where I'm going to build the Pyro Ovens. And then down here, we have our beautiful farm in all its glory. We're going to get that set up. All of it. I really need to clean up. Note to self, clean my stuff. Alright, so that should give us more than plenty Spectre ingots. Now, I'll stick the ectoplasm right here for right now. I know I'm gonna need double of those. I'm gonna have to process some diamonds here soon. And I'm gonna need some glass. Okay, let's just use this white frosty glass. I got 2 of those guys right now. So we'll use the white frosty glass and we will get ourselves some Spectre lens going on. Get that made. So there's our 2 Spectre lenses. Now, we need a beacon, which is going to require some obsidian, some covalescence, some enlightened clear glass, and a shifting star. Fortunately, we can make the shifting star, so that's not a problem. So I actually need to make several shifting stars, but we're going to go with just the one for now. Also, pro tip, as soon as you can get a sifter and start getting things like flawless lapis, you're going to want to use that for your starlight. It produces so much starlight. So much. Like, I'm literally tripping on starlight. I have more of it than I can handle. It's actually a little annoying. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. You know, we just have to deal with it. It's the price of progress. The price of progress. Grab ourselves a little bit of that, throw that in there. Grab our wand. And make the star. Alright, we got our star, so we're going to plop that there for right now. Looks like we can place the spectral lens right here. And we need to get some enlightened glass, which... oh, that's not too bad. So, enlightened glass and then some obsidian and cove. And, let's see. Got you. Now, I don't know if this recipe produces 2. We'll find out. We'll find out. Nope, it produces 1. Okay. Alright, we made the right decision. Alright, so we'll let that cook, and then I just have a few coalescence dust, just a few of the medium. I was actually making a bunch of it because I need a lot of shifting stars for fluid transfer modules. Trying to get as many of those made as I can so that I can have wireless fluid all over the place. Is that not the right? Oh, it's mana powder. All right. Mana powder. Do I have mana powder? Barely enough. That's good. Almost there. Alrighty, there's the beacon. And now it's for the final steps. Grab ourselves some string. Just one makes 4. Okay. We're gonna need a lot more of it, but we'll start with this. And then going through all of my obsidian. But that is the price of progress. We now have our Spectre energy injector. We have infinite wireless at a cap of about 1 million. Alright, so next we're going to want to make a few of these. Now I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six, possibly 7 or more. So let's first stick this right here. We're just gonna stick it in the bag for right now. Put those dusts away, stick the nickel in here for right now. And I have 4 diamonds left. I do have flawless diamonds though, so I can make more diamonds. I think what I'll do though is we'll get about 3 stacks of diamond processing. Get that 3 stacks of diamond going so we can get our bling on. So we'll just throw it up here for now because I like extra stuff. And slip you in there. QQ. And let's see if those gears are finally done. Multitasking at its finest. Alright, so these gears are done. Now another thing we're going to need to look into is we're going to need to get all the pyro parts built. Now I built the UV frames. That was actually one of the first things I built. But we did I not? Oh, right there. That's why. Okay. Like, I thought I put enough parts there for it. Alright, so there's the 6 of those. But, yeah, I made the ULV parts for the ultra low frames. But we still need to get all of the other parts. I'm kind of thinking, like, I don't know if I just want to use MV or LV or MV parts, because, like, we don't need a whole lot for this. It's not going to have a whole lot of storage. There's not going to be a whole lot of going on with that. But at the same time, alright, so it goes up, but it doesn't go down. That answers that question. So I'm just going to have to move the bees to the side. No way around it. Didn't want to, but unless I put it under. That would work. I mean, we'd have to make some adjustments for the items and stuff, but that should actually work. Because then if I turn this on, once I get the upgrade in there, it will target all of these. Alright. Let's get the upgrades real quick. Alright, let's take a look. Throw this in here. And yeah, now it harvests or interacts with the entire top portion. So that would work. I will need to deal with the sludge though, and I'm not going to deal with that today. That will be a future thing. And then let's see here. How do I want to handle this? I do need to have conduits going up. So what we may end up doing is sticking the coal on the bottom, having a fluid trash can kind of like in the middle, and then having them facing back and forth like so, and dumping the fluids in and things of that nature. I think that's what we'll end up doing. I think that is it. Because then with the conduits, I can also have items moving. And we can put the spectre coil on the bottom, and everyone's happy. I'm not quite sure how much power exactly I'm going to need for these, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Hopefully it's not more than what the base Spectre coil can put out. Hopefully. Alright, so we got those done. I wonder. Let's at least save this recipe. Do I want to do this one? I don't think I need that one. I think a single Spectre coil will be enough. The problem is how much RF a tick is that going to take out, and would it be better for us just to set up the CEUs instead? And have wireless diesel going to it. That's the real question. Because it doesn't really tell me how much per tick this needs. It probably would if I had some stuff in there. So the next thing we're going to need while we're doing this is going to need to finish making some sprinklers. I'll get all of that set up and I'll get this in here. But the TLDR of this is going to harvest all of this, and then it's going to send it up to be processed into seed oil. That is the whole purpose of this, is to make seed oil. And I was thinking of making a tank for the seed oil. So let's see here. Let's see how tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 tall. 6 tall. How many do we need for the wood vinegar distillery? That's 6. So at minimum, we need 7. So yeah, we're going to still have to process the wood vinegar above. We're going to keep the methanol here and send this other stuff to different locations. Alright, so while we have that, let's get the pyro ovens finished. So like I said, going to want to make 3 of these. Now, one thing I know I'm going to need, so I'm just going to make it now, since I already know, is the MV power taps. We're not going to need more than MV for this, so we're just going to get the... Did I really do an output hatch? And you can't invert that. Well, that was a waste. Don't know when or where I will ever use an output hatch for MV. Input hatch, please. Thank you. So, got these. We're gonna need... let's see. Hatch. MV. So for the input, it's just this in glass. The output, that. All right. So that's 2 holes. Gonna need, yeah. And grab 6 of this. There's the input. There's the output. And we're gonna need buses. Chests. I'm gonna need more holes because I did it dumb. All right. And now we need more of those. So let's go get some more aluminum plates going. And check and see if I ever remembered to make our copper nickel wire for the other thing, for the pyro control. Well, at least I did one thing right today. There we go. So I got that. Alright, just to clear inventory, let's build part of this now. Let's get at least part of this built, because this is taking a lot of our space. So we're going to have power in the back as well as the inputs in the back. And the reason I'm doing the power and the inputs in the back is we're going to have a tree farm right here dealing with that. And if we ever get like nitrogen or something, we'll be switching this over to charcoal byproducts. So, but that's for later. That's for later. And that's part of why we got so much space here, because I mean, we don't need this much space for just a couple of tanks, a dinky tower. No, there's going to be rows of distillation towers when it's all said and done. Alright, so this is the output bus. And finally, the output hatches. Okay, and then I have some of the coils. I actually have more coils in storage, but this is a start. This is a start. So that takes care of that. And clears up some space for us. Alright, I got 3 good here. I thought I made a whole bunch of these. Yep, they're there. So the first I'll set like so, just to get rid of the good circuits. Set these like so. MV machine hole. Place that right there. I need pumps and pistons. Alright, so 8, 2. Forgot I actually need 4 for that. 18 of this. And 12 of those. We'll plop ourselves over here. Grab the normal pipe shape and make ourselves the medium pipes. Do I have fluids off? I do. It takes 9 ingots for 2 pumps, so there's those. Are you empty? You are. Good. Let's drop these in here while we wait. Now the other thing we're going to need is we're going to need 6 pistons. So that's 24, 27 aluminum. Oh, wait. No, it's 30 aluminum. Need double the rods. And we're gonna make our pistons. I'm not gonna say that someone used to ride pistons all the way home. That's gonna be a little silly. But we definitely use pistons for a lot of stuff. There's so much fun you could have with a handful of pistons. So much stuff. So much fun. Alright, so there is the pistons in place. Let's go check on that bronze. See if we can get our pumps going. Look at that. Now we just bunny hop over here. Plop that right there, and that will start cooking us some pumps. Alright, let's see. What else is on our agenda? That takes care of the ovens. Now we're going to need 3 MV 3 MV diesel turbines. And start building stuff for the distillery. What's the distillery require? What do you require? You require processor assemblies. Well, we already got that. HV pumps. Now this one's going to take some work. Luckily, I have a lot of stainless steel. I've prepared that already. That's a HV assembler to make this. Does this require an HV assembler? Well, look at that. They do make it require an HV. So we are going to be making our pumps the old-fashioned way. Steel rod, stainless steel. And do you need HV to process the wood vinegar? That's the charcoal byproducts. Yeah, you do. Alright. Or, that's a 2 amp. We'll just do a single. Although, if I did do the bat box, the 4 amp bat box with 2 batteries going into a 2 amp, that would still be less fuel usage than an HV. Maybe we will do the MV one for that. It's more parts, but less fuel. And fuel is actually going to be the bigger factor in this. I don't know what I did these two. I do know what I'm doing with the ethanol. I don't know what I'm doing with those other two. I know I need at least one more of these. So we'll take that. Grab our pumps. And make our Pyrolyse Ovens. Alright. Why'd you? Oh, right. I grabbed the wrong wire. Alright, so there is a spare pump and our 3 Pyrolyse Ovens made. Stick that back in there. Throw you back where you belong. And let's go ahead and finish this assembly for this. And then I think we might build the other farm depending on if it's dark or not. And it's daylight. Oh, it's a new day too. So yeah, let's get that tree farm going. We'll get that started. Assembled. Assembled. 404 coil not found. Da, 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 da. Boom. So there's our beautiful ovens. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Alright, so we got some stuff to set up out here. Do I have any of the blocks on me? I have this and I have the hopper hawk. But it looks like that's about it. So doom 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 doom. Now looking at how I have it set up over here, I believe, well, that was some lag. I believe using this as a grid, yeah, that's what I thought. I have it right here in the middle, right there. All right, and it's 5 in between. All right. Is it that way here too? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so got that right there. I'm going to place this here, and that is where the tree beacon will go. Now the first one is going to be right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the reason I am counting this out is the tree beacon has a maximum range. I happen to already have that measured out. So I already know for the type of tree I'm going to be putting here, how wide it needs to be. And I just started using that as a default just because I deal with so many wide trees for various things that it just made sense to just go ahead and keep it as like a default. There's really no reason not to. But we're going to be using mineral trees for this. And part of the reason why we're using mineral trees is one, it's easy. They produce a lot of wood. But the other reason is we'll be using the mineral byproducts for a few things. And the tree farm over there is going to be destroyed when this is all set up. Because that area is going to be completely covered. And once we do that, we're going to have to move our steam setup over here. And we're going to kind of create an infinite cycle setup that always runs. So the pyro ovens will always be running. There'll be an overflow going into a trash can. and it'll just always be running. This and producing charcoal. And the reason we want it to always run and produce charcoal is for that secondary steam system. It's not really going to be used for power too much anymore, but we will use it for cracking various things later. So that's the purpose of that. It's not some diabolical end of the world type of thing. It's just that's going to be our purpose with that. And that will allow us to dagnabbit. I did a goof. At least I recognized it. Alright. So I gotta adjust all these now. I put them in the wrong spots. Because this needs to be within 2 of this beacon. Let's throw you over here and grab you. And we'll adjust this one finally. At least I figured this out before we planted them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so those are all adjusted. Now we just need some mineral saplings. And to remove the other beacon. Now the other beacon, we're going to move it to another area later and use it to produce things for the different magics. So we'll have our ironwood trees in there, our greatwood trees, our wisdom trees, and our silverwood will be on that one. But this will be the farm here. This will handle all of this. So we got that going on. Let's take a minute to grab some saplings. And get that tree farm going. At least get it started. The only bad thing is when I move all this, I'm not sure if these barrels keep their inventory when they're removed. So there's probably going to be items everywhere. So what I'm most likely going to have to do is move everything to a cache, like get rid of the farm over here, and then move everything to caches, and then transfer it back. Oh, just in time. And then that will deal with that. See, log, sapling, yeah, okay, that's only 4, good. And I will have it right here. And sapling will go on the bottom, because while I do have saplings over there, they don't produce anywhere near as much as these mineral do. So we're going to use these mineral saplings to also feed the auto ethylene, polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride system we're building over there. So that gets that done. That needs to grow a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a sample of each one. I am going to grab these void upgrades. We're just going to grab a sample of each one over here. I did have a leaf barrel set up, but these tree beacons don't drop leaves. You will never get leaves from these tree beacons, I don't think. So we only need these three. And that'll be the barrels, the berries, that'll be the crystals, and that'll be for our logs. That will be our lock. And do I have the key on me? That would be really nice if I did. There we go. And we'll just lock this. So that's all that this farm is going to give. Do I have conduits on me? I have 5. I have 5 conduits. Alright, so we gotta make some conduits. Oh, this is getting better. This is getting better and better. I only have 15 nuggets. I have plenty of binder though, so that's nice. And I only have 4 pearls. Alright, what I may end up doing is taking a moment and doing a mite of hunting. Although I don't want to go anywhere near the other guy's base, because I don't know if you've been paying attention to their chat, but they are in space now, which means there's going to be T-Rexes all over the place. All over the place. And this is nice of them to give a shifting star for that. I wish I knew that that was a reward. But yeah, with T-Rexes and stuff going on, we're just gonna stay inside at night. Oh, actually, dragons should be spawning here soon too. Now that I think about it, did not consider that. All right, so distillation tower. You require large stainless steel pipes. And a lot of these stainless steel HV things. Now, you don't necessarily have to have the HV, but I think I'm going to make them all, the various parts for the distillation tower, I think I'm going to make them all HV anyway. The reason being is I got like almost 1200 stainless steel. So getting that to be HV is not the end of the world. I am going to do... I'm still torn on using the MV for the power. Nah, I'll just do HV. I'll just go HV all the way. Let's see what it takes for the HV diesel generator. What else is required for this? We need the gold cable, gear, motors, pistons, and the processor assembly. Alright, cool. It's a good thing we had already prepared and made a ton of these processor assemblies. So, this will be done when it is done. I'm gonna take 8 of these though. I just want to know something. The LV does assemble them. Well, ain't that gonna be nifty? Alright. That changes the game a little bit. Since I already know I'm gonna need gold wire, let's get that going. We'll just get 2 stacks of it going. I do got a lot of rubber in there. You are basically done. I'm gonna actually move that. Where's my other chip? Set you to 24. You are going to be 8 because you're going to be assembling casings and such. Alright, that's making the gold wire. And I think the only other thing that we're going to need is I do need to make more sprinklers. I think what I'll do is since I have these 2 pumps, I'll just make 2 for right now. And then we'll upgrade the rest later. I mean, we got all those apiaries around it. That is going to speed things up, but nowhere near as much with the apiaries and the sprinkler. That's just like crazy. I don't know why, but it is. So, I got 3 right there. I don't think that's going to be enough though either way. Still going to have to make these. Yeah. But it gives me enough for a 3rd one later. So, that's nice. Alright, so we need bars. I believe I have some in one of the... Oh, I have 1 here. That's all I have left. Okay. So we just need to lathe 3 of these. Get the sprinklers going. Now, I don't know what this will do as far as latency goes. I'm hoping it doesn't have too much of effect. I'm going to kind of test it and find out because kind of need to make sure I don't kill things. Finally got plenty of that. Kind of need to make sure I don't kill things with the TPS. So, gotta make sure everything is healthy and going good. And playing nice with everyone. You're empty. Get the stack started because it will take a bit to go through all of that. How How's my aluminum going? Only 200. What does this thing require? Alright, it requires a lot of clean stainless steel casings. So let's first save this because we're going to need that. Clean stainless steel casing. So we need stainless steel frames and 6 stainless steel plates. And the stainless steel frame is plates and rods. So let's make a bunch of these. Let's make a bunch of these. Alright, 10 would make 20 rods. Let's do 20, and then that's 40 rods, which is 8. 8 times 3, 24. So we want 44 total. One too much. All right. Get this going. Now, while we wait on the stainless steel rods, we'll go ahead and get the sprinklers finished and get those in place. Get those ready for the new system. And I think I'm gonna have to go hunting to get enough cables going. Oh, right. Put you away while I'm in here. Grab you. Coolio. Is that not the sprinkler? Oh. I didn't want to build you here anyway. Alright, now we got these sprinklers. Let's go ahead and get that set down on our crops. And then we will go back to building the various parts we need. We're going to need several MV generators for diesel. We're going to need LV, but I may just stick to MV all the way around and just use transformers. I am thinking that might be the path of least resistance. Because need to save on parts, and I mean a single MV is the equivalent of 4 LV. So it kind of makes sense to do it that way. Alright. So those are all in place. Now, I gotta kind of decide how we're gonna power this. I mean, I already know that we're gonna have like a fluid trash can in between here and conduits going back and forth. What I'm curious of though is, do I want to have a redstone conduit going through this whole thing, or do I want to make a bunch of spectre coils? I'm thinking it's going to be the spectre coils, because the energy conduits and Ender IO is really finicky in this pack for some reason. Conduits in general are finicky in this pack. You don't want conduits touching tanks or anything like that because it'll void the contents. So I think it's the version of mechanism in this pack though. Or not mechanism, but Ender IO. It's the version of Ender IO in this pack. So alright, so we got that. All of this is grown. We got 2 more that need sprinklers. But life goes on if there's not sprinklers. So now that we got that, the next thing is I need to test. Well, you can put a chest there. That's good. Because that means on every sprinkler I could have a chest with an item collector. Let's set one up now. And we're going to increase the radius to 10 all the way around. I do need to get a filter though. Item filter. So just some yellow dye and paper. Cool. I can do that, I think. Oh, okay, here we go. I was about to be worried there. Didn't see any paper. That was almost bad. Alright, we're gonna squish this in here. Pick up our dye. I'm gonna need... I need 3 more. We're gonna need 3 more of these. For reasons. Alright, so that gets us the yellow dye we need. We have our papers. That gives us our filters. We want it to be a whitelist. We want to whitelist the beans. Cool. Alright, so we got that. I just need more chests. And 2 more sprinklers, which will require... No, I need... Yeah, only 2 more sprinklers. Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 2 more sprinklers. So, do I have tin rotors laying around? I have 2 tin rotors. How many tin rotors does the pump need? Ask and you shall receive. I mean, yeah, it's making it the old-fashioned way. But I'm not complaining. I only got small bronze pipes. Do I have any here? No. Do I have any bronze plates left? Nope. Alright, so we still need to get that. But I ain't complaining. Not complaining one bit. I need to get 2 more rings. And 2 tin wire. And the pipes. Almost out of bronze. Man, back in the day when I had like 1,000 plus bronze, now it's like I'm nearly out. I've been using bronze non-stop. Alright, if I remember right, this is gonna take a screwdriver, which I may have shoved in here. Let me take a look. Actually, I'm not seeing it. Did I put it in here? Oh, how about that? I actually did put it away. There's a first. We should call the news. Alright, got that. I need more iron rods to make more bars. Do I have any iron rods in here? None that I could use. I have a single rod. So back to the lathe. Back to the lathe we go. Back to the lathe we go. You're wondering, jumping around with your jetpack on is how you use all your hydrogen. Configuration 1, huh? Oh wait, no, actually I need you to make wire. Although... Did you ever finish... So we'll let that continue there. This would be helpful if I put it in the right slot. And we got that. So now to make our frames, and to make our bars, and to make our pumps, and all that happy stuff. Alright, so that gives us our frames, which we are going to use to make clean stainless steel casings. Among other things. Among other things. And with this, we also need the HV hull, and 2 HV pumps, and 2 large stainless steel. I can make that with extruder. Requires 6. Okay. So there we go. Now I still don't have the facility set up over there for handling the chemicals yet. To be honest, I'm not quite sure if I'm sending all of this over there. I really need to take a look at what these byproducts are used for. I mean, I know the methanol is staying here, the ethanol is staying here, but as for the other items, I went too far. As for the other items, I'm not quite certain if I even want those in here, or if I want them in the chemical facility. So once I get a handle on that, we will figure out what we're doing. I know at minimum I'm going to need 2 tanks, but I think I'm going to end up needing a fluid transfer node and a bunch of stuff. So we're going to set these right here. We're going to get our HV hole from right here that we have. I'm going to set that right there. We're going to put these in their proper place because I'm not paying attention. Grab 4 of these chips. And all we got to make now is the HV pumps. Which is the HV electric motors, 4x copper wire, some stainless steel. So but actually, let's, before we go into all of that, before I get sidetracked again, let's get this done. Doing it again. And blam. Just like that. there is all of our sprinkler setup. Now, I don't know if we'll need to expand it. We got room to definitely expand this setup. But I don't know if we'll need to. Do we have any more chests? Nope. Can I please have some chest? Can I have chest? There's no chest in there. So we're just gonna assemble some. And while we're doing that, let's get our tree farm connected. Because it will be sad if this thing overflows and I just have items everywhere. So we're going to set each of these to insert for right now. And I'm going to take out that one. And I think this one. There we go. My inventory is going to fill up with stuff, and that's fine. Alright. Did I ever turn that on? Always active, cool. And just like that, our tree farm is connected. We are making some progress. All right. Look at that grow. Cool. Now that that's done, let's place this right here. This thing is throwing items left and right. Do I have any other items in here? No. So I'll put that right there. And all is as it was. So this is the only one left to grow, huh? Can I do the little dance for it? Dance, 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 dance. There we go. There's one. There's the other. Now all of them are gone. Put you in there. Now, is this the one for items? That's fluids. Okay, cool. Let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10, 11, 13, 7. So that's 17, 18. I'm gonna need 18. 19, 20. Possibly 21. Alright. Gonna need 21 conduit, and I have 20. We're gonna have to make some pulsating iron. But before we do that, well, maybe not, because when I tear this one down, I'll have enough. So, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I could also use a chest in between as a buffer, so yeah, we'll be good. Alright, so gonna need quite a bit more to get done. Gonna need to make some room for some stuff. And let's put you away. And you away. And you. Let's get the sprinklers set and get the chests in place. Now, the reason we're using the chest is while the interactor does collect things, one thing that I noticed from personal testing is that the interactor can just leave items all over the place. Like, it doesn't collect everything. It will collect most, but it'll just leave some everywhere. And you'll just have all these soybeans just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. So what this collector will do is collect all of them. So we don't have sad soybeans not being harvested. And give us the ability to do our thing. Set you to 10 because we want max range. And that one's set up. Just curious if it if the sprinkler still works. Oh good, it does. Cool. Alright, so looking at this, I have a random one missing here. That's fine. Let's place a dirt right here real quick. Maybe. Then Bloop. Bloop. Right click fail. And that is in place now. Wonder why torches occasionally fall off. Alright, and then the last one, get you in place. So, bloop, bloop, and bloop. And now, just place you. Place you. And they're in there, so that is working. I love that these sprinklers really only work when something needs to be worked on. Actually, I wonder. 6. Did it go in here? Oh, it did. Let's stick it to 5 because I think it's actually a 5 by 5 radius is all we need. Probably don't even need that. Yeah. Although, we'll make it a 6 by 6. That way if something goes flying out of the area. Because it can happen. Alright, so that gives us that. Let me test, make sure. Cool. Whitelist is working. Alright, so that sets all of that up. And gets us ready for the next part. We're going to need a lot of item conduits now that I'm looking at this, though. So I will think of something on that and get something nice going on for that. Make this all nice and decorative. We need to get the fluid stuff as well. To void out all that sludge. Although, do I want to keep the sludge? I don't know. I haven't decided. So, wow, this has already gotten 12 stacks. All right. So I don't see needing fluids right this minute, but we will deal with it eventually. How about that? Exactly enough. And that will start filling these. With wood. Now we are going to need to put some chips in there. In fact, let's turn this off while we get the chip part sorted. The chips won't ever be consumed, but they are needed for wood vinegar. So we need configuration 3 chips. Now I should have some good circuits over here in one of these chests. There we go. Basic circuits. Which I can just plop in here, and there's that. So these are all configuration 3 now. And we'll get that in each of our pyro ovens. And all that leaves now is getting the medium diesel turbine set up. Which may actually require breaking these. Yeah, we may have to break these. Do I have any buckets? I do have some buckets. So let's at least get these made. And then after I make these and hook this up and prime it, I think we'll call this episode there because we still got a lot of stuff to get made. It's going to require a lot of prep work. And rather than having that be the video, we'll stop there. So gonna need 6 motors. That's gonna be another 12 motors. A lot of plates. 6. That's 24 plates. 12 rods. And all my aluminum's already in here. Six times 4, 24, and 10, 12, so 36 total. No. 12 total. Keep forgetting I get double the rod. Keep forgetting about double the rod. Alright, so got that going. Let's check on our electrolyzer. How are you doing? Let's process almudine next. Al, Fe, Si, and O12. Lithium, arsenic, tantalum, chrome. What is Fe though? Oh, that one gave magnesium. Pyrope gave me magnesium, that's why. So this one's going to give me iron. Okay. Alright. I see, said the dumb Hotch. Alright. Got those. So we will throw those in here. I'm going to also need 6 aluminum gears. So I'm going to need 24 ingots for gears. Made all this aluminum and I'm already going through it. And that'll be done next week. So while that's crafting, let's make our pistons. Let's make our pistons. Put you in here. Yeah, 6. You right there. Grabbed you. Cool. Bloop. Bloop. I'm gonna have barely enough to finish this. That's kind of scary. So gears on the bottom, the gears are on the bottom. Need MV machine casings. MV machine. I don't have any. I wonder if I made any. I think I did actually. Well, there's none there. Ah, good. I did make some. But does Hachi have enough copper wire? That is the big question. Red alloy wire. Tin cable, tin cable, tin cable. Nope. Alright, so there's that. And the circuits on me, I guess I'll put them away. Alright, that's fine. We'll just get 3 of these made. Plop E right there, plop E right there, and let's get our gears! And once we got this, it gives us our motors. And we just drop some biodiesel in it, and that should, in theory, get it started. Just enough. Alright. 2 advanced diesel generators. Now, when it's said and done, we'll actually have like diesel generators all over the place. But for right now, is this empty? It's not empty, but we'll take it with us. I think I want to put like 2 buckets each in there to produce fluids. It doesn't say how much the tank holds, but I think it's 32, so alright, let's pull this out as a precaution, and then throw that there. I still, to be perfectly honest, don't understand why it feels necessary to do to make it to where the power faces you instead of facing away. Oh god, these allergies. They're gonna end up being the death of me. More latency there. Never a good sign. I mean, I have a decent machine and I keep having little blips here and there. Might need to reset the server soon. Alright, and oh look, the stuff is still in there. Good. Which reminds me, bloop. And finally, the last one. Alright. Now we're going to take this in our bucket. You know, I got a lot of this right now, and I've got enough to make quite a bit more. So we'll go with 3 buckets for each of these for right now. Now I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to fill up on charcoal well before we fill up on the liquids. I'm pretty sure that is what will happen. Alright, so those are primed. This one's running, that one's not running yet. How much are you going through a thing? Not a whole lot. Alright. We got 6 buckets of it there so far. We got a bunch of charcoal. Okay. Pick you back up. And I think that will cut it. So we'll stop right here, and I will continue working on making some of the other parts. So I'm going to make the HV parts for this. So I'm going to make the HV pumps, get that done. I'm also going to make the clean stainless steel casings and get all of the output hatches, the input hatch, and the one output for items for the processing. And then I think that will be a good place to go. And then the next episode will continue with the assembly of the distillery tower. We'll get all of it connected and started, and we'll also at that point have some power going into the Spectre network, and we'll get the crops gathering and get basically the entire system running is going to be the goal. It's just getting the entire system running, get that power set up everywhere, and just have it all ready to go. And I think we will pick up from there. So I'll focus on getting those steel casings done, and then we will come back once we get into the distillery and processing the outputs. And hopefully by that point I have the building actually built so we can get rid of the other outputs as well and get them where they need to go. Well, with that, I think we will call it here. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later.